You violated me! I enjoy destroying lives.
So, welcome to episode 4 of the Craic Boys podcast. We're here with Justin, very talented artist.
Thank you very much.
Shot his shot in our DMs, and here we are now. So, Justin, why don't you tell us a wee bit about yourself and what you do?
Alright, well, paint mostly, for the most part. Just painting, just
Happy
simple,
days,
but,
great.
yeah.
Well, that's episode 4 finished.
Thank you very much.
It happens literally every podcast.
Man, I had rehearsed that for so long. I thought I was going to fuck up one of my hands. It's big. Are we still recording? Are you done?
No, we're done now.
Oh, fuck's sake. Fucking I did. No joking.
So, just tell us like how you got started. What's the story? Like, what got you into painting?
See, to be honest, it was, I don't know, I got into painting really around like GCSE A level kind of time. So before that, it wasn't, you know what I mean, I wasn't like into it my whole life. You know what I mean? I wasn't like I grew up painting all the time, fucking paint. Like, there is one photo I have of myself, like, as a Wayne, like painting, but probably had to do that for like high school or something. I was forced into it.
Finger paint.
So then I rejected the complete idea of it because it was forced upon me. But then after, like, years later, then I found like these artists on Instagram, or even on Twitter maybe, like these Father Steve and Ass Pete's is their names, and they're like artists in New York. They're like probably like a year or two younger than me.
Cool.
And I just seen them like Father Steve specifically like was painting on denim jackets. And I even messaged him and stuff, and like, you know, it's like, how much is it for this? Like, you know, like, you know, and bought one off him eventually. And I was just like, fuck, like, it kind of showed me, like, I'd never really thought, you know what I mean, like, of art as a living. Do you know what I mean? It was weird, like, because I wasn't surrounded by anyone that
Was
did
doing
it.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, no one, like, I mean, like, the kind of dream job, or, you know, like, all, like, these dreams that people would have, like, oh, maybe I want to be a footballer, or fucking, I don't want to be, like, just, like, rich, or whatever. But yeah, so no one was really doing, like, arty stuff around me, and I came across these lot, and I was like, holy shit, like, these people are, like, younger than me, and they're doing this, and, like, that, I mean, it seemed to be, like, they're fucking, that's all they were doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started painting on t-shirts and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Just like kind of going about like messing about with like different paint, like watercolor, fucking acrylic paint. You know, basically to start too. You know, you got almost like just trying to fucking recreate what they were doing. Do you know what I mean? Just to see you could do it. But
like you said, there was no other like references around you, like people you knew.
Yeah, exactly.
So obviously you're gonna look at people like that and be all right, okay. And obviously at the start, like you said, you were nearly doing what they were doing, essentially.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
and that's
you have to start like that as
exactly.
well. You know what I mean?
That's it. I mean, even still, man. Like I've been getting people like would mess with me, be like, you're ripping off Picasso or something. I'd be like, well, do you know what? Hey, if I'm fucking ripping off him, I'm fine with that guy. He's not alive to call me out. Let us fucking estate email away. I'm like, fuck off.
What's he going to
You know
do?
what I mean? He took off African fucking style art probably, I'm sure. Like judging by some of it. So I don't know. But yeah, no, it's important obviously not to you know, copy someone. Like there was at the start where I would like message artists and be like, you know, there's one instance where I was like had this wee logo I drew myself.
Yeah.
And I messaged like Father Steve, who it was like the artist that had like, someone called me. I was like, oh, this looks like a rip off of his work. And I messaged him and I was like all self-conscious. And I was like, does this look similar to your work? And he just replied saying way too similar. And I was like, oh, fuck. And the stomach sign. I was like, he's right. I just kind of wasn't. And anyone I showed it over here obviously didn't know who he was. So they were like, oh, that's fucking sick. And I was like, yeah. And then that kind of taught me that like you base your art off something and then you got to like kind of take your own route. And I'm still working on that as well. Like I haven't, you know. But yeah.
I feel like if you're ever doing anything like art or this or clothes or fashion or whatever, it's like, do you know what I mean? It's like nobody's 100% original. Everything has to come from somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, everything's got like a root and stuff. I mean, you even look at fucking like Basquiat or however you fucking people pronounce it differently. Like I was watching like Radiant Child's like a documentary on him. It's on YouTube to watch and it's fucking amazing.
Cool.
And you see him. I don't know who it was chatting about him, but they were saying like he would always have like reference material around him. And one of like the books that his mum got him when he was younger was like Grey's Anatomy.
Oh,
and like
TV show you're on with, sorry.
That's what I thought it was, and then I heard like Grey's Anatomy. I was like, it's a fucking book. That's what the show's named after. I don't know, but so he'd be like painting stuff, and he'd be like looking at this, and you can find the photos that like his paintings were based off. Like he'd see things and he'd do it in his style, and that's just what it is. Like even like the paintings I do and stuff. Like, I mean, they're not based on like things I physically see, but they're like, you know, they're based on like real life ideas and then put into that particular style. He even done paintings that were based on older paintings, so he'd like, you know, recreate like a paint from another artist and his style and stuff. And do you know what I mean? But so it's not copying it though, it's like reinterpreting it. But obviously I would rather kind of come up with like an original scene instead of like, you know.
Yeah, and I think you definitely do, because like obviously people will be all, oh, it's Picasso, whatever, and all this here, but I think you just take like a very derogatory approach to it in a good way. Do you know what I mean? It's like you do scenes where it's like people smoking fags and shit like that. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
it's good shit. Like
the idea is to like, I mean, that's one thing too. Like, see, recently I've been having these mad vivid dreams, right? When you wake up, like you just remember those things, and you can paint these completely made up scenes, these crazy scenes that you've physically seen them, not in real life, but in your head, like you've physically seen them, if you can remember them, and you can just, I mean, I don't know if I'm going off on a fucking tangent there, but you know what I mean? Like,
I know what you're saying.
That's like that'll be inspiration, definitely. Like, fucking just.
Well, that's where your creativeness stems from. It's a very fried way of putting it, but like it definitely like shows itself in your work on it as well.
When did you start like from like, were you doing like painting and stuff like that there for your like just a bit of crack at the start, and then when like the transition from like I'm going to start selling my work, like was there like a pinpoint like sort of time where you did?
See, to be honest, right, seeing like the lot of like Father Steve and stuff in New York doing what they were doing, it was mostly like clothing they were painting on. So I thought the idea of like painting on your own clothing and stuff was like the first thing that really kind of got me back into it. So I was painting like t-shirts, and there was only one person, like there was someone at school like bought one off me for like a $10 or whatever. Like they supported from the fucking start. And fuck knows where it is now. It's probably crumbled apart because it was just like probably normal paint on it. But yeah, so it was mostly clothing. And then when I went to uni, they gave out like these £300 like bursaries to people, and you could like shop. You could use it at this like online shop. And on the shop, I got like a graphics tablet, and I got an easel. And then, you know, because I seen one, I was like, oh fuck, like, that's like the artist shit, you know, like having no easel and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it was that. I really wasn't like into like that much. I seen the easel, I was like, oh fuck, it'd be cool to have one of them to like paint stuff on. So then when I got that, I basically started painting on canvas really in like first year uni. So it was clothing first, but I wasn't taking it that serious. Do you know what I mean? I'd be on the fucking PlayStation mostly, and then if I was bored, I would have a go at like, you know.
Right, so it was just like
it was just like a side thing, like really.
A side thing for you.
And then at uni, then it was, I mean, I got the easel, and shout out to Hobbycraft as well if you're watching, man, for a sponsorship. Like they do canvases dead cheap. You go into an art shop, they'll be fucking, I don't know. I mean, in London it was like for like a canvas say about that big, it was like 30 quid or something. But in Hobbycraft you get like really cheap canvases, and there was one around the corner from where I lived, and I was just like, yeah, I'll buy them. They're cheap as fuck. The paint's cheap as fuck. And then that's kind of really where I got into, you know, on the canvas then, and it was just.
So I thought it was canvas first and then clothes. I got it wrong.
No, well that's the thing. It was clothing. It was like t-shirts and stuff. I initially painted for a short time, because it was maybe about a year before starting uni. I mean, I'm shit with time scales too. So, but like it was a year before like starting uni. I'm imagining, right? I was like doing clothes, and then when I got to uni, it was canvas, and then at some point in uni, it was back onto like denim jackets then, because when I was back home before uni and stuff, there was nowhere to get denim jackets. I wouldn't even have thought, like, I mean, is there even vintage shops in Derry? That might be bad to say. I mean, there certainly was, to my knowledge at the time, but maybe there obviously was.
If you're talking about a vintage shop and not a charity shop, there's only one, just essentially one I can think of, like, and it's the L Yard. How
long's that been there too? Would that even have been
a couple of years?
Yeah, so I don't even know if that would, and if it was, I certainly wouldn't have had a clue about it then. And to be honest, like when I got to Chester, like where I went to uni, I didn't even know about the vintage shop. There was like one really there. I just went to the charity shops, and I would just find like random jackets stuff. Wasn't even like specifically denim jackets. And then when I came across Lily Vintage, may it rest in peace, because it shut down actually as soon as I came back. Who the fuck did that?
Who was that? Who was that?
Yeah, that was the only one I knew of. And they always had like a collection of denim jackets on it. So I used that then. And also like they're much more presentable jackets. Like they looks better than like uploading the canvas to Instagram, because you upload a canvas to Instagram, like it's just a square, whatever.
Yeah.
But then if you upload someone wearing a jacket stuff, like it.
different angles and like how it looks.
Yeah,
and
you
the
can see
curvature
yourself
and
on it,
stuff.
whereas
Yeah,
like a painting's kind of like, I don't know. And like the people I have on Instagram too, the people who will follow me on Instagram are like younger. So they're not really looking to furnish a fucking house with a canvas. You know what I mean? Like if they have a canvas, they have to move it from fucking accommodation to accommodation or something at uni, or I don't know, or like their parents won't let them put it up in their house because it has a fucking tit in it or something. You know what I mean? So like if you have a jacket, you can wear it.
A single boob.
A single
Sometimes they're
tit.
painting.
You don't know, man. These fucking abstract bastards, man. They just fucking think they can do everything. They think they can make people who one tit. That's not what people
One
look like.
tattoo?
That's not what people look like. It's not.
You don't want to do one tit, you want to do like
Uh,
2 tits.
But then see like the 5 people with like one tit out there. I'm here for you. So you have one tit.
Weird, weird
well,
tangent there, hey?
That's what I'm saying, man. Shout out one tit. But no. So
So this is what I was saying about your artwork being a bit more like derogatory or whatever. It's
well,
like,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? You wanted to be so like, what would you want to convey in your art? Like, what's when somebody looks at a piece of your artwork or you've painted a jacket or whatever, is there like a certain feeling that you want people to think? Because you and yourself, you're a brass neck. Like you just go, you go for it. Like if you want something, you know what I mean. You'll,
Get the DM, sure.
but like you'll just like message somebody that you'll like even when you promote your stuff, it's like you can tell you just want it. Do you know what I mean? Do you think that spills into your artwork as well, or?
Well, yeah. See, like, yeah, I'm sure there's like an overlap there, like definitely of like the attitude towards it because. Well, the thing is too with like the internet, like you have access to fucking everyone.
Yeah, right.
Like I emailed Israel Adesanya, who's like a UFC like light heavyweight champ. I emailed his fucking like management company asking if he would like a jacket made for him or something.
See, that's what
You
I
know
mean.
what I
That's what I love about you.
Aye.
Like you're just straight out there.
But that's the thing about the internet too. Like it's just you can email them if they could read it and just be like, nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? I would never have a clue. Just get no reply.
Aye.
So when I like messaged you about coming on here, like you know what I mean, I was like, I'm never gonna meet you. You know what I mean? And if I do, I probably won't realize it if you don't want me on.
Aye.
So you may as well on the internet. You may as well put it out there. And with the paintings too, like I don't know. There's something satisfying, really. Like regardless of like the presentability, like being able to present it, like regardless of that, like there's something satisfying about having an idea or like an image in your head and like fucking, you know, like realizing it like in front of you, like having it in front of you so you can like sit and look at it.
Aye.
Like that, like my most recent painting, that All Together Now one, like the one with like the guns on it, that started off like I was in work. And every time someone asked me like, oh, could you grab this thing down from the shelf or could you tell me this is, I always just say, oh, no worries, no problem. You know, and like just kind of like, oh, no worries, no problem. Like I just repeat myself. So I had like this idea of like getting this like character like sat at a checkout, just like putting like weird out there shit that obviously wouldn't be in a supermarket or whatever. Just like kind of like putting myself and, you know, like,
Well, it's
presenting the super, like just showing like that aspect of my life, basically like putting, like
aye,
I'm
so
sat here doing.
you're projecting like
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Exactly,
And,
like getting like a scene across and like obviously changing it up, but making it a bit more interesting than just someone sat at a checkout. Like they could be putting like a fucking, I don't know, like someone's arm through the checkout or something, or someone in the background could be like swinging a shovel. I don't know, like something like, I just want to like present aspects of my life, and people are going to look at my art now and be like, right, that does not look like anything that could ever fucking be in anyone's life, never mind some fucker in
But
Ireland.
it's obviously it's
Going
obviously
forward, that's more my
an
idea.
exaggeration of the truth as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
For a more like entertainment value, kind of, you know what I mean? It's nice to look at.
Yeah, it's funny because well, and also that like idea of like the checkout turned into that All Together Now painting, which is people sat on the couch.
Yeah.
And you know, it's nothing to do with that, but it's like even just having that like idea, like right, I'm going to paint this, and then you get halfway like done painting the outline, you're like, that kind of looks like this, like that looks like two people sat like you could turn that into a couch. Do you know what I mean? And then you like take away a few lines, and you're like, well, that looks way better. And then you're like, right, well, what story is this going to tell? Like so. I painted like the person on the left of that painting was like the person at the checkout, and then like it just kind of the way it worked out. The way I paint is just painting fucking like lines and shapes, take a few away, see what it makes.
You see something.
Yeah, you see something in it, and it just looked like someone kind of sitting on a couch. So I was like, right, well, fuck it, like I'll paint someone beside, and it just turned into this whole idea. And then I came up with this idea.
That's a very creative, like artistic, like approach. You're just doing what you're doing, and then you're like, oh, this could be this. So you're like working it out as you're doing it.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
and that's that's really a fun process, I think, but
Just
like-
it's a bit fried, to be honest with you. Like.
Well, it's alright though. It's grand.
it does a job. But like, see, like I would love to paint on like a wall, or do like a paint on someone's wall, do like a fucking like like a big massive artwork outside. But I was like worried too if someone ever said to do that. I'd be sat there like with a fucking little like electric scissor lift going up and down, just doing massive fucking lines, like going all the way, like just zooming
They're all,
back
what's
down.
this gonna mean? You're like,
Just
I don't know.
I know, like
I don't
stand
know.
30 foot over there and we'll have a look, and then I'm like, right, I need to take away that. Go all the way fucking back up on the left and just start like fucking like, take that away. And then like all the way back down, stand 30 feet away and be like, right, okay, need to, you know what I mean? Just like, it's all like a fucking trial and error.
Yeah.
Like I don't just like, alright, I'll paint this and then just get it fucking perfect the first, you know what I mean? So yeah.
Your personality
That's good.
definitely reflects that too. Like, like points around each like sort of like topic we're talking about. So it's like I'm painting the wall. I'm no longer painting the wall anymore. This entire conversation is just been completely around where this painting stemmed from.
Fuck right enough, man.
Remember the painting.
Well, again, man, I don't know where the fuck the question started.
With your art being the way it is, have you ever got any like backlash or anything, or?
Yeah, man. Well, that recent painting that I did, the All Together Now one, I posted on Reddit, and Reddit's like, shout out first of all to fucking streetwear on Reddit, because that's where I've got most of like my exposure from. Like I posted like the jackets there, and they've done really well. Yeah, like I posted the recent one, it did like good compared to like the last few, and obviously with the content of the painting, where it's like it's two people sat on the couch, and in the background, like in the window, like of their like apartment or wherever they are, there's wee like city, like wee buildings, and there's planes flying across, and like they're like dropping bombs. So basically giving like the impression that like well, they're getting bombed to shit. Like that's it. Like they end the world, or they end their world at least. So they've kind of had this like pact where like, right, well, we're going out in our own terms. Like the bomb is getting closer. And it's just like a couple that like they've just decided to do it. So they're holding stopwatches as well, or like so they're like kind of counting down. They're like, right, when this gets to like 0, and if you look at the woman's little stopwatch, the wee red like line is like close to like the end, so they're about to do it. And I posted that, and everyone, you know what, 99% positive. And then there was one person that said like, do you know what? Like I don't find this great at all. I find this horrible. I've known people that were, that were in that kind of state of mind in real life. Like I've known like couple, or someone specifically said like I knew a couple that said like if stuff didn't go right, like they would like kill themselves.
Suicide pact. Like.
Yeah, exactly. Like they said they had it in real life, and I like obviously I understand where they're coming from. With, like seeing that in the painting could bring that up. You know what I mean? Like it could bring up like memories of that and stuff. But I don't see it as any different as if someone has say lost a mother and it's Mother's Day. That's going to bring it up. Or even on Valentine's Day, if you broke up with someone, that's going to bring up shit, or like lost like a parent, or lost like a, you know what I mean? Or even those car crash ads you'd see on TV. You lost a loved one to that.
Aye, anything can be a trigger.
Yeah.
I think that's just somebody who's been through a very specific, situation, and it's just very close to home.
Yeah.
But as well, it's like, it's art, man. It's an expression of those feelings. If anything, it's an expression of how that person would have felt and whatever. Me personally, I would look at something like that and like the better light. I'm like, right, this is an expression. Someone's going to look at this. People are going to realize that it's reality. Things like that happen. Do you know what I mean? But this person obviously just
they took it that one way, and it's not to like romanticize it. I mean, you know what I mean? Like you can take like one or two routes on it. You can say that right, that is romanticizing it. You know what I mean? You're presenting it in like a nice colourful way, like these like people. Or you can say like it is. It's just like the art. But like look at like the Guernica from Picasso. Like that. Like that's probably my favourite like painting, or like the most inspirational anyway. And that was about like. If I get this wrong now, someone knows, like a Spanish Civil War. Do you know what I mean? So it's about death and stuff like that, which obviously affected a lot of people and stuff. And I guess that's something he obviously, he's Spanish and stuff, and it's, you know what I mean? And I've never obviously experienced like a situation like that was in the painting. Okay. But then someone did message saying that like they thought it was horrible and stuff, and I said to them, well, I understand that, and I would hope that like no one. would ever make such a decision, or would never, you know, take that route based on like seeing this painting. And it's, you can't limit what you paint or like how you express yourself or what you put out there based on the possible perception from like anyone, like someone somewhere. You know what I mean? You got to put it out there.
Nobody would do art if that was the case.
Exactly, like anything, like
so many films are like that too. Like, I mean, it's like,
exactly.
if you look at even like Romeo and Juliet stuff we got there. I know it's a wee bit different situation, but
It's like it's romanticising suicide. I get, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like it's
that's not your
the
intention either. You're not trying to do that.
And it's exactly, and it's
That's
that's to say, like you could take that view of it and be like, well, that's romanticised, I'm not gonna watch it, or you could take it for what it is, like it's a film, you know what I mean, and or well, it's a play, but you know it's a film also. So I just said to them basically, I can't, you know, constrain. Like if I seen something that upset me, I wouldn't expect people to like restrict that expression or refrain from expressing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I would just not look at it, or I would just, you know what I mean? It might leave a bad taste in my mouth, but it's like, unless that person sets out to put that content out there, for that again, purpose, like specifically for me, or like, you know, making, you know, a commentary on something that affected me personally, that's different, but that's not what it intended. So that's
it's a very very interesting sort of way. Like that is something you would have to tackle as like an artist too, because like.
But right, so I want to touch on like, do you know what I mean? You post anything on Reddit. Reddit is like,
there's some shite, like horrible shit on Reddit.
But I mean, like Reddit's my go-to place for anything. If I want any information on anything, it's like I'm going to Reddit because it's real people saying real things.
Yeah.
And like that's the good side of it. Then there's like that other side where it's like there's some awful shit on Reddit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I just think it's funny that like you're posting something that's not awful. It's creative. It's like you're just a perception in your mind. You just put it on a canvas. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like just that one person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then and there was other people like locally, like at that point in the post, like older people were like responding and stuff for me, but I thought it was important to like put my own response there. Really.
It's good. It's good. It's a good part of
like,
character.
What
to
you
be honest,
said too, like as well, like how you responded, you weren't discrediting their feelings either. Like you weren't like being, you shouldn't be reacting like this.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
Is how a lot of people would handle that, and how a lot of people have handled it, and it is quite disrespectful to react that way. But the way you handled it was like really progressively well done.
Yeah.
As well, like, it's just like,
but
well,
also they can fuck off as well. Same time, if you're watching this, man, fuck you are. Yeah, but I'm also sorry it affected you that way. But yeah, I don't know. You gotta take the pros with it. You gotta, you know what I mean? If you're gonna do well, you're gonna have people out there looking at your stuff, and you're gonna not everyone's gonna like it. Do you know what I mean? Like no art. Like I think the Mona Lisa is boring as fuck, and people say that's like that gets considered one of the best.
Get
pieces.
off my podcast.
You know,
Get off right now.
That's all we came here to say. By the way. It's fucking boring. Boycott the Louvre. No, but do you know what I mean? Like, not everyone's gonna like it, and you know, when situations like that come up with like touchy subjects, because it is a touchy subject, you gotta like see their perspective too and understand, and you gotta think about whether or not you are doing something wrong. And I don't think it was. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think you are either, and I think especially now at this point of where we live, in the north of Ireland, and all this here, and it's like those kind of subjects are being talked about more and more and more. So do you know what I mean? Something like that is important. So it's been absolutely lovely chatting. This is the segment where we roll out the red carpet. You say your shoutouts, you say your Instagram, you say this, you say that.
Don't forget
So it's all on you,
Hey,
it's all on you, man.
Okay, right. Okay, so my Instagram is JSTNBNTG. So Justin Bunting without the vowels. Cliche. I found out that was like a cliche thing to do recently. I thought it was
I
like,
hate
original.
vowels as well.
What the fuck? Even are they like naming words or something?
Stupid.
Fucking adjectives can fuck off as well, man. That's really odd. Don't bother me Twitter, man. I delete all my tweets after like 5 minutes. Shout out my granny May for giving birth to my mum who gave birth to me. Shout out Rob in England, I'll see you soon. Shout out Phoenix who's got his new house. Shout out
The grand total of 5 people.
Shout out Ed and Sean. Fuck, I don't have any more mates, man. Shout out Ed and Sean. Shout out Alex Clayton. You should also look at Alex Clayton shit. Alex C. Clayton on Instagram. Anyway, that's pretty much it, to be honest. And then once you follow me on Instagram, man, you'll be up to date and everything. You can have a look, and you can like you can realize that like these paintings definitely aren't based on anything that he's ever seen or done. They're just completely made up, and he's trying to present them in a much better, more professional way. And you can realize that I'm just a fucking sham.
You!
Get off the stage.
And if you've made it this far, to be honest, I appreciate that very much. But that's all. Hey, thanks also for fucking having me on, boys. Like,
Anytime. I feel like
appreciate it.
you're gonna be somebody who's spending a lot of time in Australia.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
You're
'Cause I've
gonna-
got no mates.
By the way, just to say, Sad Sack Daniels in the background. Hey.
Yes, he
And he's
is.
monthly.
And he's also a big fucking inspiration, man.
So sauced up.
If the fucking phone wasn't
So-
set in a half-cut egg box.
So, Justin, I feel like you're gonna become Sad Sack and you're just gonna be like tied this.
Yeah.
So,
Look at him, right?
oh, he's so sauced
If you
up.
could fucking see what he's doing, mate, that's disgusting.
Alright.
Go paint first, like, go do a paint. Go
We'll go paint now, guys. We'll have a wee fucking look.
paint.
It's not even me that does the painting, it's my brother.
So, that was episode 4. Thank you very much.
See ya.
Love you.
Bye.
X.
Eggs and toast.
No, cut that out, fuck's sake. No, the end was good. Me doing the